Welcome to part 2 of our LinkedIn video lessons discovery series. I said last time we've got 2 lessons to share with you from our experience over the last 4 months. I'm going to make that 3. The first easy one that we've just added is post as yourself first and as your company second. But what I mean by that is if you're on LinkedIn and your company has a company profile and you have your own LinkedIn profile, you should expect to get a lot more views by posting video directly to your LinkedIn personal profile as opposed to your company one. I don't know why that is. I guess the LinkedIn algorithm might favor personal content, but in the last video we did, which you guys have watched and we're really grateful. I mean, it's been about 1,000 views over 3 days, 3 or 4 days. 90% of those views came from people who saw it from my profile, as opposed to about 10% that saw it from the Critchley's company profile, even though they have a lot of followers on LinkedIn. So it just goes to show, post personally as well as corporately. Do both, but you'll expect to see most views from your personal profile. Implicit in that hint, by the way, is upload the video directly to LinkedIn and you'll get a much better share rate than if you upload it to YouTube and then share the YouTube video, because again, LinkedIn will want to promote its own content rather than content hosted elsewhere. Number 2 is a bit more complicated. I've got my whiteboard, my pen. Lesson number 2 is do it yourself. There is good times to hire in a video production crew, but we quickly realized that social video posting, creating a buzz around your brand online, it requires regularity and it requires us to be able to spot a story and want to film it quickly, and the logistics and the cost of doing that through an external video company were going to be too high. So what we've decided to do is do it ourselves. We film it ourselves, we edit it ourselves. Now the reason we think that works partly is a cost and time thing, but it's partly also an effectiveness thing. And for this, to illustrate this, I need to show you a quick graph. This comes from the godfather of digital marketing, Seth Godin. Imagine you've got a graph. Oh, can you spot it? This is ridiculous. And what I want to share with you is a graph that balances impact on the y-axis with how much you've spent to make the video in the first place on the x-axis, like this. Can you read that? Okay, and what Godin argued was that when you do something yourself, you benefit from a kind of an authenticity effect, which kicks in when things are a little bit shaky, a little bit homemade. And so what you can see is here, by spending very little, you get a really high impact. And so we realized, I think, that by doing video ourselves, it's not as professional as it would be if we got one of the many excellent video production companies in our area to help us with these videos. But it does mean that the authenticity factor, the kind of believability is up because we're filming it ourselves, because I get to edit this, so I get to see and make sure the message is exactly how I want it to be. And to be frank, some of the shakiness of this is also something you wouldn't get with a professional company, and somehow that shake is also quite important. What happens across this graph, by the way, is that the more you spend, you tend to dip in your effectiveness. And if you've seen corporate video, the worst sort of corporate video, and I'm sure if you run a production company, then this is not going to be you. But I've seen enough corporate video in my time to know that it's really easy to spend a lot of money but get decreasing impact. And it's not until you spend serious amounts of cash up to here where you're getting into the kind of BMW advert territory, the kind of really high quality ads you see before a film at the cinema. So we've found that by doing it ourselves, not only is it cheaper, it's quicker, but it just has more authenticity than if we were to do it every time through a more professional outfit. So those are the 3 reasons we do it ourselves. Right. And the final one is try and film a story rather than a set of facts, which is an ironic thing to say given that I'm giving you a set of facts rather than a story, but there we go. I say that because we know from our own experience that the most effective videos we've made have been ones where we have shared a story. That is to say, something with a beginning, a middle and an end, something that has some tension build up and some resolution in it. And when we do that well, we get great results in terms of watches and impact and spreading of the video. When we tend to play it safe and do talking heads or prop 3 bullet points on a screen kind of thing, that doesn't perform quite so well. The video we did of the Oxfordshire Business Awards was a story. It was a great story. It had a beginning where we gathered, it had a middle where we waited in the build-up of the tension to the announcement of the results, and then the ending, which was a combination of us not winning and then going to celebrate with the winners, who are really, really brilliant people at the Witney Shake Shop. Now that video has had, I think, coming upwards of 4,000 views, which is far and away the best performing video we've ever done, by a long, long way. But if you're watching this as a business owner and you're thinking about what to share, think about even just the everydayness. There's stories in the everyday that you could share, and the more you do that, I suspect the more effective you'll find the video to be. So anyway, there you go, 3 lessons. Number 1, post it yourself as well as corporately and do it directly onto LinkedIn. Number 2, do it yourself, and it's well worth investing in just a little bit of kit. By the way, if you would like us to do a very quick video review of the kind of kit we use and how we put these videos together, really happy to show that if there's enough interest, but I'm not assuming there is, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do something, a follow-up on exactly how we do it. And then number 3 is try and go for story as opposed to just playing it safe with facts, or here's 3 things I learned today about whatever, even though this is a 3 things video. So there you go, don't always follow my own advice. Thanks again for watching. The next video is coming soon. It's going to be about something completely different and more directly to do with business and finance. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Stay with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.